Have you ever sat down to do something important and thought, right, before I start, I'll just watch one more quick video about productivity. And then 2 hours later, you've watched 7 videos, downloaded 3 apps, redesigned your entire morning routine, and still haven't done anything you planned to do. Excellent work. Very productive. So today's random thought is this. Why don't we watch videos about being productive instead of actually being productive? And I say this with no judgment at all, because I've absolutely done this so many times. You sit there with a task in front of you. Maybe it's writing something, editing something, planning something, sorting something boring. And instead of starting, you think, I need a better system. And that sounds sensible, mature even. So you open YouTube and suddenly you're watching someone explain how they run their entire life from a color-coded dashboard, a second brain, a habit tracker, a digital calendar, and a paper notebook, and possibly a small command center. And it all looks amazing. So you think, yes, that's what I need. A system, not action, a system. The problem is that watching productivity content feels like progress. You feel like you're learning. You feel like you're preparing. You feel like you're becoming the sort of person that gets things done. But sometimes you're just avoiding the uncomfortable bit, getting started. Because starting is often the hardest part. Once you begin, you have to face the task. You have to make decisions. You have to risk doing it badly. You have to move from a lovely clean fantasy of being organized into the messy reality of actually doing the work. And that's much less aesthetic. Productivity videos are comforting because they offer you the promise that there is a perfect method out there. One app, one routine, one magical planning system, one morning habit that will finally turn us into a calm, focused person who drinks water and knows where all their documents are. But most of the time, the answer is much less exciting. Do the next small thing. There's also something addictive about planning to be productive. It gives you a little hit of motivation. You imagine your future self waking up early, making a list, doing deep work, replying to emails, going for a walk, eating something green, and ending the day feeling smug and peaceful. Lovely. But future you is not always available. Sometimes future you is tired, distracted, and looking for another video called How I Fixed My Life with One Notebook. And the cycle continues. And of course, productivity content is not bad. It can be really useful. You can learn better ways to manage your time, organize tasks, reduce stress, and focus on what matters. The problem is when learning about productivity becomes a substitute for doing the actual thing. It's like watching videos about running while sitting on the sofa in trainers. Technically related, but not quite the same. So maybe the trick is to use productivity content as a tool, not an escape hatch. Watch one video, take one useful idea, then apply it to one real task, not a complete life redesign, not a 12-step digital transformation, just one task. Because sometimes the most productive system is not a system at all. It's opening the document, sending the email, making the phone call, writing the first messy sentence, or setting a timer for 20 minutes and doing the thing badly enough to get started. So next time you find yourself watching productivity videos, instead of being productive, maybe ask, am I learning something useful? Or am I hiding in the stationery cupboard of the internet? Because the stationery cupboard is lovely, but eventually we do have to come out. And that's today's random thought.